Starting in 2026, you could get stuck at security, miss your flight, or even lose your bag entirely if you do not know the new carry-on rules. Imagine standing at the front of the line, boarding pass in hand, only to be pulled aside because your luggage, which has flown with you a dozen times before, is suddenly deemed illegal. This isn't a hypothetical nightmare. It is a reality that millions of travelers are about to face as airports and airlines globally overhaul their baggage policies. In this video, I will break down exactly what you can and cannot bring, plus the vital tips you need to avoid fees and headaches. We need to talk about why this is happening right now. You might be wondering why carry-on rules are changing when air travel feels complicated enough already. The reality is that the aviation industry is currently undergoing its most significant security overhaul since the early 2000s. Airlines are updating safety standards to match new aircraft configurations, and the TSA, along with international security bodies, are adjusting to the rollout of new CT scanning technology. While this technology was supposed to make things easier, the transition period has created a fragmented map of regulations that vary by country and even by airport. It is also about efficiency and revenue. Airlines are stricter than ever because flight loads are at record highs. There simply isn't enough overhead bin space for everyone to bring a massive roller bag. This has led to a crackdown on enforcement. Relatable pain points like long lines, confiscated items, and unexpected gate check fees are skyrocketing. In fact, last year alone, passengers lost over $50 million due to carry-on violations and surrendered items. Do not let yourself become a statistic in that report. You need to understand the new landscape to navigate it successfully. Let's dive into the overview of the new rules, starting with size and weight restrictions. This is where most people get caught off guard. For years, travelers got away with expanding their softshell luggage just a little bit, squeezing it into the sizer. That is ending. The new carry-on rules for 2026 are heavily focused on strict dimensional compliance. The standard international carry-on size is pushing firmly toward 55 by 40 by 20 centimeters. If your bag is even an inch larger due to the wheels or the handle, you are at risk. Many budget airlines are actually installing automated bag sizers at the gate that use lasers to measure your bag instantly. If the light turns red, you pay. Weight is the other silent killer. While US domestic flights often ignore weight for carry-ons, international carriers and budget airlines are capping cabin bags at 7 to 10 kilograms. You might pack the perfect size bag, but if you have dense electronics or heavy shoes, you will be forced to check it. Now, let's talk about prohibited items, specifically the confusion around liquids. You probably heard that some airports were scrapping the 100 milliliter liquid limit thanks to new scanners. However, due to technical hiccups with that new machinery, many major airports in Europe and the UK have unexpectedly reverted to the old rules for 2026. This means you cannot assume that just because you are flying into a modern hub, you can bring a full bottle of shampoo. You must prepare for the lowest common denominator, which remains the 100 milliliter limit, or you risk losing expensive toiletries. Electronics are also under the microscope. We are seeing stricter enforcement regarding lithium-ion batteries. Smart bags, luggage with built-in chargers are totally banned unless the battery can be easily ejected. If you cannot pop that battery out in 2 seconds at the gate, that bag is not getting on the plane. Fees are also evolving. We are seeing a trend where basic economy tickets no longer include a carry-on, only a personal item. If you show up with a roller bag on the wrong ticket type in 2026, the gate fee can be double or triple what you would have paid online. Airlines like Ryanair, Frontier, and Spirit have been doing this for years, but now legacy carriers are starting to adopt similar strictness to speed up boarding times. I want to share some secrets and insider tips that the airlines definitely do not want you to know. These are the tricks to keep you moving when everyone else is stalled. First, you need to master the art of duty-free consolidation. At many airports, a shopping bag from a duty-free store does not count toward your carry-on allowance. If you are slightly over the weight limit or have one too many items, buying a cheap pack of gum at the airport newsstand and asking for a large bag can give you extra storage space that gate agents usually ignore. Another massive secret involves your personal item. Most people underutilize the space under the seat in front of them. You should not be using a small purse or a tiny satchel. You need a rectangular backpack that maximizes the exact dimension dimensions allowed for personal items. You can fit 3 days worth of clothes in a properly packed personal item, saving you from fighting for overhead bin space entirely. Here's a tip regarding the liquid rule confusion. Switch to solids. Solid shampoo bars, solid cologne, tooth tabs, and deodorant sticks are the ultimate cheat code for 2026 travel. They do not trigger the liquid scanners, they do not count toward your quart-size bag limit, and they never leak. By swapping liquids for solids, you breeze through security while others are arguing with agents about their face wash. You must be careful. There are increasingly prevalent mistakes to avoid. Overpacking soft-sided luggage will be 2026's top travel error. Think it's soft, I can squish it. As indicated, new automatic laser sizers ignore squishiness. Fine if bag profile breaks laser beam. Do not overpack your bag. 10% unoccupied space. This protects your size and lets you bring a souvenir. Burying electronics is another serious mistake. Random checks continue with new scanners. You'll be the stressed person exploding their clothes on the security conveyor belt if an official asks you to remove your laptop from your tightly packed luggage. Do not be them. Beware of unusual banned products that catch people. Example, powders, protein powder, coffee, and spices above 12 ounces may be screened or confiscated, especially on US flights. These are usually better checked or bought at your location. Let's discuss a proven step-by-step packing method for every 2026 vacation. This method ensures smooth entry into any airport worldwide. Step 1 is audit. Measure your empty bag before adding a sock. Measure using tape. Do not use a borderline bag. Not worth the risk. Step 2 is heavy light method. Place shoes and heavy stuff near the wheels at the bottom. The lower center of gravity prevents your bag from tipping, but more crucially, it makes it easier to carry into the overhead bin. Step 3 uses compression packing cubes. Modern travelers cannot do without these. They compress clothes to half their volume, keeping you within size constraints and optimizing what you can bring. Step 4 is security layer. The top of your carry-on should only include items you may need to remove. This includes your drinks bag and big electronics. Nothing else peaks. Grabbing these goods in 1 second without digging should be possible when you unzip your bag at security. Step 5 is pocket dump prep. Keep your watch, belt, phone, and wallet in your bag, not the plastic container while in line. People keep valuables on plastic trays and lose thousands of dollars each year. Inside your backpack, it stays with you. Bonus hacks and life-saving techniques to improve your trip experience. The wearable luggage technique can help with weight limits. Huge pockets are offered in travel coats and vests. A book, tablet, portable charger, and even a rolled-up t-shirt can fit on your body. Airlines weigh bags, not people. If your carry-on is 2 kilograms over, put the heavy items in your pockets until you board, then put them back in. Before leaving home, screenshot your airline's luggage policy on your phone. Gate agents sometimes misinterpret partner airline policies. Saving the web page that states your allotment offline can mean free boarding. Be nice but ready with proof. Finally, consider priority boarding credit cards. Finding bin space is a major carry-on stressor. With full bins, Group 9 passengers must gate check their bags, even if they are the right size. Priority boarding gets you on the plane when bins are empty. Navigating the 2026 carry-on regulations doesn't have to be difficult, but it requires habit shift. No more tossing everything in a huge duffel bag and hope for the best. Paying attention to dimensions, switching to solids, and packing carefully lets you travel faster and cheaper than the queue behind you. Quick reminder, if you're traveling soon, especially as a senior or with family, we've linked Generali Travel Insurance in the description. It's worth checking before your next trip. We've linked Generali Travel Insurance in the description if you want to travel with fewer surprises. And before you book anything else, check the Generali Travel Insurance link in the description. It's there for peace of mind, not pressure. Have you experienced the early implementation of these tighter rules? Tell me your story. Was there a hidden price or a packing hack I missed? Comment your scariest story or best tip below. Helps community learn. If you like this advice and want to stay ahead in travel, like and subscribe for more travel hacks. Safe travels and see you next time.